Councillor for the Tivoli Gardens Division, Donovan Samuels, has been appointed as minority leader at the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation. The announcement was made during proceedings in which the chair indicated that a letter confirming the appointment had been received.
Let me congratulate him, Councillor Donovan Samuels. And pledge to work with him and give him the respect that ought to be respected, that a minority leader should get. And we have had some discussion which we will repeat until with him. But having said that, I deliberately wait, even though I couldn't rush and put it into my statement announcement, I deliberately waited until any other matters, because if I had done it earlier up in the thing, I would have to ask him to assume his chair. And I'm sure that he would want to look at his thing and work out on it. So I'm giving him time to work out his matters that he has to sort out. So I'm informing the council that the minority leader is Councillor Donovan Samuels.
Now, appreciation was expressed for the previous minority leader, Winston Ennis, commending his working relationship and long-standing engagement in council affairs.
I want to say, even though it wasn't official, but I want to say thanks to Councillor Winston Ennis. Someone that I enjoy a good relationship with.
Yes, sir.
Even when we disagree or things happen and we're not, but we pick up the phone and break the ice and have discussion with someone who continues to. I thank him for his advice, and I'm always saying that.
Custos of Manchester Garfield Green is calling for what he describes a national reset that will focus on a partnership between parents and schools in an effort to address the issues of maladaptive behavior being exhibited by students in schools across Jamaica.
It's a known fact that when parents and schools work together, children thrive. And when that partnership weakens, children fall into distress. This shows how critical it is to have a home-school partnership. Parents must be the first protectors, the first teachers, and the first moral anchors for their children. If Jamaica is serious about reducing violence, bullying, and antisocial behavior, then parents, schools, and communities must stand side by side in partnership.
Speaking at an event recently, Mr. Green announced that his office intends to play a leadership role in an effort to address some of the issues affecting young people in Manchester, aligned with current interministerial strategy aimed at protecting the nation's youth.
My office has planned a major seminar, as I said before, focused on the issues affecting our young people. This seminar will bring together stakeholders, all working toward one goal, which is protecting our children and giving them a good chance to succeed.
And it's time for a break. More stories when we return. Welcome back to the Midday News. It is now time for the Business Minute. There was massive trading in the stock of Dollar Financial yesterday when the company traded 488 million, or 92% of the shares traded. Investors have been buying up the stock following a 55% surge in its net profits of $187 million on revenues of $540 million during the first 3 months of this year, which ended on March 31. The company's net interest income, however, dipped by 3% due to the higher interest expenses incurred in relation to the bond it issued during the month of January. The company's provision for credit losses fell by 66%, while its loan portfolio jumped by $4.9 billion. Further afield, SpaceX is set for its IPO on Friday, making history as the largest initial IPO offering on record. To SEC filings, SpaceX plans to sell 555.6 million shares at an initial $135 a share. That would amount to $75 billion. It would put the company's value at roughly $1.77 trillion and would make Musk the first ever trillionaire. He's already the world's richest person. SpaceX has become a major player in artificial intelligence, in addition to its rocket and satellite business. The company's IPO documents focused on expanding human space exploration, as well as plans for AI and putting data centers in space. And that's it for the Business Minute. Time now for the top stories from around the world.
In the region, Cuba has strongly condemned new U.S. sanctions targeting its state-owned oil company, accusing Washington of waging economic warfare to choke the island's energy supplies. The Trump administration says the measures are intended to increase pressure on the government in Havana. But Cuba's ambassador to Antigua and Barbuda, Sergio Martinez, argues the sanctions are designed to prevent the country from importing or producing the fuel it needs to survive as it battles a worsening energy crisis marked by shortages and power outages. And on the international scene, strong winds turned deadly in Iowa on Thursday, killing a 54-year-old man after a tree fell on a homeless encampment. A suspected tornado also ripped through Streator, Illinois, leaving widespread damage and trapping a man in the rubble of a destroyed home before he was rescued. The storm was one of several reported across the Midwest as severe weather pounded the region. Possible tornadoes were also spotted elsewhere in Illinois and Indiana. And those were the top regional and international stories. I'm Aaliyah Bryant.
Thank you, Alia. We now head to our final break. When we come back, we'll have the Midday Sports Report.